Good evening. This is Paul Von Fisher, Brookings High School principal, and I'm talking to you today about block scheduling. It's a new schedule that we have at Brookings High School, and I thought I would, for those of you who might be wondering, how does it work when I look at my student schedule and it has a 7-period day? How does it fit into block scheduling, and what is SRB? And so we'll talk briefly about that in the short video. I know the last one we sent out got long, and so we thought we'd do multiple shorter videos with some titles that are clarifying about what we're talking about, and then move on to other topics. So this is number one of probably a few that you'll be receiving in the next days. So I took a schedule and wrote it up on the board. We see that there are 7 periods in the student day. This doesn't show lunch. This isn't that conversation really about where lunches fall, although it does happen to fall after 3rd and 4th on those days, and so we can talk about that. But a typical Wednesday that we have in the block schedule, in the modified block schedule that we have at Brookings High School, we'll have all 7 periods of the day, finishing at 2:25 in the afternoon. And so looking at the student schedule, that's what we're most familiar with historically. If we look at how it fits into the red and black schedules that we have, this will kind of talk through that. On a red day, which is traditionally or typically Monday and a Thursday, students will have periods 1, 3, 5, and 7. So if I were to look at my student schedule over here and say, well, 1 is band. So on Monday, we'll have band to start. And then we'll have period 3, physics is going to be the next class. And then 5, we'll have wellness activity, or PE, physical education, which I will just abbreviate. And then we have algebra 2, 7th period. So that's what we see, and that's what we'll see on the first day of school on the 31st of August. That's the schedule students will have, periods 1, 3, 5, and 7. And the schedule that we have online is accurate, talking about when those classes happen for our red block days, Mondays and Thursdays. When we get to Tuesday or Friday, you'll see that we pull from the evens. We have period 2 is English. And then we have period 4 is choir. Period 6 is U.S. history. And then we have an 8th period in the day. This is one of the benefits, maybe the biggest benefit that we found in looking at different schedules that would really benefit our students the most. And the student responsibility block, or SRB, is an opportunity for our teachers to work with our students who need extra help, and for our students to check in with our teachers who need extra help. And so we know not everyone learns the same. We know not everyone processes the same. The ability to interact with a staff member during the school day, because busing is an issue, getting to school, getting home from school. Oftentimes when we ask students to come in while I ride the bus or I have practice after school, this happens as a whole block before the end of the school day. So students have that opportunity to get small group or one-on-one instruction. This is an intervention that we are using to reduce failing grades at Brookings High School. And so I would urge all our students, parents, to talk about this as the opportunity that it really is. There are students, if students aren't required, if they haven't requested to meet with a teacher, or if they haven't been pulled in by a staff member to say, hey, you need to come in during this time, and they'll give you a specific time you need to arrive, they are free to go. This year with COVID, we do, if students are able to leave the building, we'd probably encourage that. In a normal year, there are a lot of different spaces where students could be and interact with their peers, with their teachers, to work on schoolwork, academics, here during the school day. But that is SRB, and that happens on black days. So Tuesdays and Fridays, we will have a student responsibility block. And so hopefully this clarifies how to turn that 7-period schedule into a block schedule. So for students, for parents, guardians, and Yeah, I guess that kind of explains our SRB. Teachers will be giving more details about that as we get closer to the school year, which is next week, next Monday, a week from tonight. And I think that's it for block scheduling. Hope that answers some questions, didn't cause any more confusion. Thanks.